This season, Dylan Carter has become a mainstay out of the bullpen for the Hogs, but the road for the Bentonville West product hasn't been smooth. His story, one of perseverance, and above all, love for a program that he grew up idolizing.
That's strike three, no doubt about that one. Carter the K, the inning ends.
This is Dylan Carter in 2025, but his path to get here has been anything but straightforward.
He didn't make the high school team in his 9th grade year. Didn't make it. And instead of him saying, I'm done, he said, I'm going to keep working. He's like, I've still got a story.
That story included a position change from catcher to pitcher and eventually signing to play JUCO ball an hour north at Crowder. Hard work paid off. After 2 seasons at Crowder, a certain Dave Van Horn came calling.
I was really nervous, kind of shell-shocked too, because it's, like I said, I've been a fan of this program since I was very little.
He said, Mom, they called me. And he was almost in tears, just excited about it. And I remember just sitting in the car and just crying and saying, he really did it. He did what he's always said that he would do.
Eventually they offered me and they were like, hey, take some time, think about it. It didn't take probably 30 minutes. I called him back and I said, hey, I'm coming.
He redshirted the following season. In 2023, he became a staple for the Hogs. 16 appearances, a sub-4 ERA, but then in April against Texas A&M, another major bump in the road.
It was like the 4th pitch. And I was like, this just doesn't feel right.
I said, something's not right. I was like, I can tell. And I remember he skipped off the mound. It's like something happened. I know it, he doesn't do that.
And I actually went in the tunnel and sat down on the steps and was like, what is going on?
A few MRIs later, Carter got the answer.
I was like, just go ahead and tell me. And he was like, unfortunately, you have a torn UCL.
It was like 4:30 in the afternoon he called. And he said, Mom, it's torn. And he was crying. And I said, oh my gosh, please tell me you're joking.
It was probably the worst heartbreak I've felt in my life, because it was just like, I was having a okay season and wanted to finish it out, help the team get to Omaha.
And yet Dylan's resolve never wavered once.
I remember DVH told him, said, I understand, if you want to hang it up. And Dylan's like, I'm coming back. He's like, I have unfinished business here.
Dylan threw himself into rehab. 5 months later, he was throwing again. In March of 24, he miraculously made his return to the mound at Baum. He made 8 appearances last year, and as an Arkansas kid through and through, he made the choice to come back for one more season, motivated by one goal: Omaha.
This team itself means a lot to me, and the last 2 years, standing out in the outfield with our season ending, and it's just such a gut-wrenching feeling. Like, this year it's going to be different.
This weekend marks the final time Dylan takes the mound at Baum Walker, a place that means everything to the family, and is a reminder of the perseverance Dylan has showed on every step of his journey.
He did everything that he said he was going to do, to be out there and to finish there, to know that he finished, that he didn't, it didn't end after his injury. It didn't end after last year, when he didn't have the best year. It'll end when it needs to end. And he did everything that he could do.